Ladies and gentlemen, this is Dolynny TV. I'm Tyson Dolynny, ready to take you through today's Edmonton Oilers discussion. And let me tell you, I had this one on the docket for yesterday, but you know what? Some things happen. Sometimes it's Saturday, and sometimes you got to just kick back and relax. And that's exactly what happened yesterday. So my apologies. I was hoping for more, but then it was time to head on out and have another night out on the town kind of deal, so that's what I did. However, today we've got ourselves a game against the Buffalo Sabres at 7 o'clock. Still waiting for the lines to roll out. I know Mike Smith's been named the starter, but we'll get to that in an hour or two, or by 2 or 3 o'clock we'll have the game preview up and we'll discuss the game itself. However, what I wanted to discuss, like I said, I had something from yesterday that I really wanted to talk about, and that is the Edmonton Oilers face-off percentages. Because you know what, this is something that we talked about a lot in the preseason, right? Being better in the face-off draw, being better as a team in the face-off draw, and starting with the puck more. And to a degree, we have done that quite successfully in terms of team face-offs. And I don't know why that's... Man, that sunlight's really wrecking it. I mean, that's with the blinds closed on the windows. So my apologies, guys. This is the best I can do. But it's just ugly, right? The face-offs have been good. We've won a lot of ugly face-off draws, but they've also not been great. And that is shown in the simple stat. I'll give you the stat. It kind of gives away the whole point of the video right off the bat. But the Edmonton Oilers are 27th in face-off percentage, okay? They trail the first place team by almost a full 7 points. The first place team is the Philadelphia Flyers at 54.3, and the Edmonton Oilers are in 27th, ahead of Buffalo, who we play tonight, New York, New Jersey, Colorado. That's it. And Colorado's a very good team, so you can't just say that bad face-off percentages mean this team's a bad team, because, guys, Colorado's got more points than us, and they play a heck of a style of hockey, so let's not kid ourselves here. Just because you have a low face-off percentage doesn't mean you can't win hockey games. However, that said, the Oilers sit at 47.6 in that 27th spot in the NHL. Okay, so that's diagnosed. That's where we sit. Now, obviously, what contributes to that? Well, guys just not doing the job in the face-off dot. That's the only thing that contributes to that. Now, the one thing I did mention is team face-offs and how that affects, right? We've seen plenty of instances this season. In fact, you almost go blind to it at this point of the season. Guys coming in, helping the centerman win face-offs. And we'll talk about a couple guys here that you guys probably will directly see the link to the team winning them the face-off as opposed to just the centerman straight up winning it. And that's okay. You know what? Honestly, I don't care. As long as we start with the puck first, that's all that matters at the end of the day. That's the key of winning a face-off. Start with the puck first. So for the Oilers, to see them committing to trying and doing that as often as friggin' possible, man, that is, you know, for being minus 20 or whatever the heck it is out there, she is certainly bright outside this morning. It's crazy. Welcome to Southern Alberta. My apologies again for the camera quality. It's terrible. However, back to it, right? I don't care. However it happens, it has to happen. You have to win the puck, and that is all that comes down to it at the end of the day. So for the Oilers to start with the puck as often as they possibly can, whether it be the centerman straight up winning or it be a team face-off, I don't care. Just get it done. Now, that does still only reflect in category for one guy. It's not like team face-off percentage is this, because it all reflects on one guy. And 47.6 is the number you need to know, so it's ugly, right? It's not like we're having fantastic face-off numbers, especially considering we're 27th. And, I mean, yeah, sure, 50th gets you into the top 16. 50% gets you into the top 16. That's where the New York Islanders and Vegas Golden Knights currently sit. So 2.4% in the face-off dot. Is that a lot? Yeah, you know what? Over the course of a year, that is quite a bit. We're talking a difference of about 65, 70 face-offs year in, year out kind of deal. So at this point. All right, let's get to it. Shall I? I shall. But before you get going, again, don't judge me by the camera quality today. Like I said, sun's just crazy bright. Welcome to Southern Alberta. If you're new to the channel, take a second, think about subscribing. I mean, you've still got 6-7 minutes of this video probably at this point, so take the next 6-7 to think on it. Appreciate it if you could, because that just gets you the videos that much faster if you're looking for them. and B, it helps grow the community we have going here on Dolynny TV. So without further ado, I've talked about it enough. Let's get to, my goodness, those face-off percentages are small. Let me just enlarge those so much so that you can't see me. So I'll move this up. You already see down there. I know it says 47.9, but the official NHL website says 47.6, so that's what I'm basing my numbers off of. Jujhar Khaira is the best face-off man on this team. He's won 9 draws, lost 6. That means nothing. That's just luck of the draw at that point. You'd like to see at least about 50, 60 face-offs to judge Jujhar Khaira based on his face-off ability. Now, Riley Sheahan is obviously our best face-off man. There's a reason he's the third line center or fourth line, 4A, 4B, whatever you want to call it. He's the penalty killer. He's the stud on the defensive side of the puck as a forward. Why? Because of that face-off percentage. Guys, that's a full almost 3% higher than team average, and you think about where the team average would be without him. He's won 160, lost 157. Yeah, you know what? It's a wash, but it's above 50%. That's top, team-wise, top 16 in the league, so that's good to see. Nuge, again, guys, you want to talk about why Nuge is such a loss for this Edmonton Oilers team. It's because he has done such work to improve his face-off percentage and go to work in the face-off dot and win us face-offs. And you know what? Yeah, sure, you can say Nuge isn't a driver 5-on-5. I'm sorry, are we going to argue and sit here? If you can find the stats of face-offs won and lost on the penalty kill, and it's 75% to 25%, then yeah, you know what? We can take away Nuge's ability as a 5-on-5 player. But the face-off percentage is a huge thing, because if Nuge and the team are winning faceoffs when he's on the ice 5-on-5, that's already a check in the column. I don't care what else happens. That's a check in the column that he is a 5-on-5 driver, because obviously that starts possession, that drives possession. Having the puck first means you have possession, right? So that's just what I'm getting at there. But like I said, there may be skewed stats on the penalty kill, and that's really screwing up what I'm trying to get at, and that's totally fine. If you find those stats, prove me wrong. I'm always willing to be proved wrong, but let's just keep going here. Then you've got 3 guys at 50, but I mean it's Russell, Nygaard, Yurko. Those are wingers. They don't take face-offs, guys. They've got 4 each. It's 50-50. Is what it is, but it does help the team percentage somehow when you've got 6 and just staying at that 50 mark. Now this is the hard part for Oilers fans, especially from last year. I think Draisaitl had a good face-off percentage last year. He's operating at 48.3%. That's higher than team average. That still, though, doesn't drive it like we need to, right? Obviously, I will argue with Draisaitl, his face-off percentage is better because of the power play. He seems to win every power play face-off, and he does pretty okay on the penalty kill as well. But guys, I can't explain it on the power play. The guy just bang, puck's on, cleft bomb stick. That's all there is to it. So that's where I may say the stats are skewed. But again, I could be wrong, and you know what, 48.3, not something to laugh at, technically speaking, in the NHL, especially as a highly skilled top-line player who's not looked at as maybe the best two-way player in the game, and that's a big part of being a two-way player, is winning those face-offs. Now, McDavid, guys, this is the end-all, be-all, big improvement of our season this year, is Connor McDavid going out there and winning 49.8% of his face-offs taken. Because you want to know what the scary part about Connor McDavid is, previous to this year, he's never had a year higher than 46.6% face-off percentage. So that's a key stat. That's huge to see. Yeah, sure, only 127, 128, but that's key. That is massive to see Connor McDavid boost that career high by 3.2% in the face-off dot. So but again, that's driving the percentages up. So you think about where we'd be if Connor McDavid was at a career regular. That's concerning. Now, 44.7% for Colby Cave. He's taken 38. Like I said, 50 is kind of my benchmark at this point of the season to really judge him. But 44.7, that's not going to get it done, especially as a bottom 6 player. That's a part of your game you got to specialize in. Then you've got Gaetan Haas. That's the same thing, guys. This is the argument as to why Gaetan Haas moving forward might not have that line role he came here for, is the face-off percentage. Not quite getting it done. I've seen the Twitter stuff from actual Edmonton Oilers reporters. It's tough on him because, right, he's that right-hand shot. We're expecting this, but he's new to the league. How much do you account to newness? How much do you account to not adjusting the game? There's a lot with Gaetan Haas, and I just want to keep seeing more. Honestly, I want to keep seeing more because if we can shelter him with Nuge, Sheehan, and Draisaitl and McDavid really aren't that bad of options either. They're both over the team average. We can shelter Haas on that third line and give him a shot. Now again, Marcus Granlund, he qualifies at my 52% benchmark. Honestly, Jujhar Khaira. I'd prefer Jujhar Khaira in there just to see if Jujhar can go 9 for 15 in the face-off draw. I'm sure he can go 50-50 after 50 face-offs. Hopefully. Let's see. Sam Gagner, guys, this is what ended up happening, right? We were playing Sam Gagner down the middle on that second line while Nuge was injured. That is why they split up Draisaitl and McDavid. Key stat right here, you want to know why they split up Draisaitl and McDavid, is the simple fact that Sam Gagner couldn't get it done in the face-off dot. Yes, sure, his line had some good chances. They generated a bit of offense. Life was good. But Sam Gagner in the face-off dot, down the middle on the top lines, isn't going to work. And that's proven in the face-off percentage. And then you have James Neal, who somehow has taken 20 face-offs this year. Always seems to be in there on the kicked-out face-off. But, you know what? He's not operating too great either. And we've got two guys in Chiasson and Archibald who have straight-up lost penalty or face-offs. So there you go. That's the simple breakdown. Now, what do you make of that, right? How do you break that down? I think I broke it down pretty simply. Is the fact that, yeah, you know what, some face-off percentages aren't good, but if the Oilers have their full lineup, right, Nuge down the middle, they've got Sheehan rocking that third line in penalty kill, they've got Draisaitl on the penalty kill and power play, and they've got Connor McDavid taking the opening face-off, and they shelter the lines right. If they set the scenarios properly, we can be a better face-off team. Problem is, you have to shelter Gaetan Haas, you have to really pick your spots with Sheehan, you have to pick your spots with Draisaitl and McDavid, and you let Nuge rip. But you see where it's questionable, right? Is you're already building 3 lines of complexity and letting one guy rip in the face-off dot, and that one guy is 50.2%. So it's a complex question as to, is the face-off percentage, if it improves, going to drive this team to more success? And I absolutely think it would. 100%. If this team was a high face-off percentage team, guys, it would be a joke. We'd roll over the competition. Problem is, a lot of things have to go right for us to be a good face-off team, and that's the tough question. Is it more team face-offs, or is getting better guys in the face-off dot? And that's where, are you willing to continue sheltering Gaetan Haas? I think the Oilers are, and that's fine. Because if Gaetan Haas suddenly starts winning 65% of his draws, and he's taken 6 or 7 draws a game, right? So I got, let's say 10. So he wins 7 a game. Well, suddenly, guys, that builds in a weapon once he has that confidence by game 55, 60, that suddenly then you have a completely different look. But you have to shelter him. And you're doing that with guys that are barely 50% or above. That's the crazy part. So that's just kind of a review of the face-off percentages, where we sit right now. But that's the thing. It's not something to panic about. It's not something that's hurting us per se. Because you look at where Colorado is, you look at where we are, and you look at the math and it says, well, you know what? Yeah, sure, no. It doesn't matter, but it does matter. And it's one of those 50-50 things is, how much can you read into this stat? I think I've read into it too much, and that's why I'm going to turn it over to you. Let you have your say on the comments section down below, and let me know what you're thinking when it comes to the Oilers' face-off percentages. Are you like me? I think it's a direct correlation. The more we improve it, the better off we are. But right now where it isn't hurting us. Guys, Tyson Dolynny TV, I will catch you in the next one.